Ukrainian forces say they have regained control of the eastern bank of the Oskil River, which is seen as a front line with Russian troops in northeastern Ukraine. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel before moving on to the video. The Russian army has been almost completely driven out of the Kharkiv region, and the regional leader said the next target is the nearby city of Lugansk. President Volodymyr Zelenskyy said that the next attack is in preparation. Meanwhile, Russia is accused of attacking a nuclear power plant in the south. Ukrainian nuclear operator Enerhodom said a missile fell 300 meters, 1,000 feet, from the nuclear reactors at the country's second-largest power plant in the Mykolaiv region, damaging buildings and shutting down part of a hydroelectric power plant in the complex. Despite the release of the footage by Ukraine's energy minister, the attack was not independently confirmed. Ukraine's and Europe's largest nuclear power plant in Zaporizhia has come under fire repeatedly since it was occupied by Russian forces at the start of the war, and the UN called for a security zone to protect it. Ukrainian forces launched counterattacks in the south and northeast, but made dramatic advances in the northern Kharkiv region this month. U.S. President Joe Biden told U.S. television network CBS that Ukraine paid a heavy price, but Russia proved not as capable and incapable as many people think. Luhansk Regional Chief Serhiy Haidai shared a video of a tank crossing the pontoon bridge and said that Ukraine now controls the left bank of the Oskil River. The Luhansk region is next door. The occupation is not far away, he said. If Ukrainian troops manage to hold a foothold on the eastern side of Oskil, it will be a turning point. Haidai said the next target will be the liberation of the city of Lyman, taken by Russian forces in May. Lyman is located southeast of Izium, where Ukraine has found about 450 bodies and hundreds of cemeteries. The discovery prompted the EU presidency, now in the Czech Republic, to convene an international tribunal for the Russian invasion. But Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said the war crimes allegations are false, and of course we will defend the truth of this story. He said the scenario was the same as in the town of Bha, near Kyiv, where local officials said at least 458 civilians were killed during the Russian invasion. President Vladimir Putin said on Friday that Ukraine's counterattack would not change Russia's military plans in eastern Ukraine. In his speech on Sunday evening, President Zelensky stated that he seems a bit calm in the last days, but there will be no peace. Getting ready for the next chapter, because Ukraine should be free. All of them. The Russian Ministry of Defense released a video on Monday showing attack helicopters destroying Ukrainian personnel and equipment. But according to a British defense intelligence update, Russia is likely to lose 4 fighter jets in Ukraine in the past 10 days, as the Air Force is taking more risks to support ground forces under pressure from the Ukrainian advance. The Institute of War said Russia is increasingly relying on irregular volunteers and proxies rather than regular military units. Russia says it is fighting neo-Nazis in Ukraine, which is widely denied, and is threatened by NATO's close ties to Ukraine. Since the February 24th invasion, the UN has recorded at least 5,718 civilian deaths and 8,199 injuries, and more than 7 million Ukrainians across Europe are registered as refugees. The actual number of civilians is estimated to be in the thousands more. Tens of thousands of warriors were killed or wounded. Global energy supplier Russia is locked in an economic war with the West, which imposed sweeping sanctions in response to the invasion.